we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Washington's offense will get the first possession of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is...
breaks into the open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Open space at the 25. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
They'll give it to him again. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, in the middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason. Man, talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow, he is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
Every offense talks about being physical, setting the tone. That is exactly what the offense just did. Run the football every play down the field. Don't try to trick them. Don't try to confuse them. Just be physical and set a tone.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hoosiers offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he's a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down and still on his feet. Turns it on in midfield.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Hoosiers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. On target to the left. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
It's hard right now on defense. You've got the lead, and you're not expecting the opponent to run it as much as they've been doing on this drive. So run, 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 and now you're wanting to be aggressive, and you're wanting to play downhill. And on that 3rd down, you see the play fake. You're expecting it again, and they throw it over your...
Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Huskies have it back trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll try the run. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to drive ahead on 30 short. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Brown. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Ready to fire from the pistol. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The give on the counter. Still on his feet at the 40. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20. He's at the 10. And he just kept running and he ran away from the crowd. Take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! I think it's fair to say he didn't exactly have blazing speed on that one, but efficiently maneuvers his way into the end zone.
He had enough speed, Reese, to get into the end zone. That's what he had. That's all you need. You don't have to have the fastest 40 time in the world. Can you get in the end zone? Yes, he can.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. they'll start to speed up that process. Or nice job on the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense...
That's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football getting slippery. And you know ball security is a massive issue. Coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really... a better job of holding on to the football.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You've got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? Cricket!
Looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Finds some fresh air. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as it gets him down to the 37. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. Extending the play. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. He'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husky.
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. Clock ticking down in the first half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. The lone back's got it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then they're
turning it on. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Indiana. And that one will give him the lead.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He's out past the 35. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense working from the pistol. He'll try the left side. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. From the gun, running back gets the give.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Fires to the tight end. There he goes. He's got it. Be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finding an escape route. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. This guy had too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing to score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Indiana sends the offense onto the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion. This offense, and I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football on first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Bond. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up in this third down play. They'll try to run for it. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Gives it on the option. Jukes his way for more. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Hussein. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's open on the right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Washington wants to go quickly.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Husky! A great catch and run for 6.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is on its way. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snags it inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Washington right back to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt to try.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Breaks into the open. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He might want another play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. Goes right through his hands, falls to the ground, and they have also dropped this game as the clock strikes 0. With yet another